So in using an industrial sewing machine, you need your industrial sewing machine thread. So the thread is thinner than the one for the manual sewing machine. So here are the threads, and we're going to learn today how to thread both the bobbin and as well as the sewing machine. So these are the plates, these are the thread stands, and here is how the bobbin links. I'll show you later on how to do that. And so going to the thread stands, I would rather use the black thread, so I'll keep the blue thread down and use the black thread to pass through that peephole at the top that we're going to use to thread the bobbin, and then this brown thread would use it to thread the sewing machine. So passing it through that hole at the top, we'll bring it forward and then take it to this tension disc, but we'll pass it through this hole at the bottom part like this. Take it forward and at top, and ensure it passes through the disc. So through the bottom part at top, as over it and in. Then here is the pass it through the top hole and then at the bottom part as well. Down to the tension regulator or tension control and pass it underneath it. That's the tension disc. Then the thread take up lever. Yes, that is it. So the thread take up lever will pass it through it and down. Link it to the side, as well as the bottom part. Then would now place. So in passing it through the needle, this is optional. So this hole here, the thread guide, that thread guide at the top, that hole there is optional, but you can pass it through it. I don't usually use it because I usually change thread very quickly, so that just feels like it's a waste of time. But you can do it, and although it won't change anything. So that these are all the thread guide. You see, passing it at top through those holes under the disc regulator, then to the thread take up lever down to the needle. So pass it through the needle. And voila, we're done with threading our sewing machine. In lifting the presser foot, we use the knee lift. Like this is the knee lift down. So use your knee to push this backwards, and the footer, the presser foot, is lifted up like this. You can also use the hand, the presser foot lifter for the hand, and it also lifts up the presser foot like this. And then at the bottom part, this is where our bobbin compartment is. So we're going to bring out the bobbin case to find our bobbin inside it. So we just touch the clip and it opens up. I want to show you how it's used. So taking off this slide plate to see underneath it. You see where the bobbin is taken out from? The bobbin compartment on this. So here is the bobbin. This one is already threaded. So I'll show you how to thread using our industrial sewing machine. So this is the empty one we're going to use in learning how to thread our bobbin. So these are several bobbins kept on the side. So I have up to 5 of them so that I can switch up and put different colors when I'm sewing different outfits. So now, before we go to threading of our bobbin, I want to show you how to change threads. Some people still go through this rigorous process of changing threads. I'll show you how to change threads easily. All you have to do is just cut the thread at that part you just seen up there, and then take the thread you want to change, tie them all together, knot them together like this, and then come forward, take out the thread from the needle and out of the thread take up lever, and that's where you can stop. Then drag the thread like this. You drag it through all the disc plates to the tension regulator like this. But when you get to the tension regulator, you will take it off because it's a cut. The tension regulator is very tight, so you take it out, and voila, we have our thread changed, and we can now put it back into the presser foot lifter and on the to the needle part. So just a little thread is thrown away. You can use it for anything you want to make use of later on, but that is how I change my thread very quickly when I'm sewing in haste. So you just pass it through the thread take up lever down to the side and to the needle. So we're done with changing all that. Now, in having to thread our bobbin, I'll show you the process. So first, we pass through that peephole at the top. Take it down. Now look carefully at this. First and foremost, so I'll come closer, pass it through this hole, under the tension disc, up and back through the same hole that you passed it through earlier on. I seen like this. And then drag it out. I'm using one hand to do it, that's why there's a slight delay. But you get the picture. So you pass it through there and drag it all out. Then coming forward, you place the bobbin. So this bobbin was loosed, so I used the tidy. If it's loosed, you just have to put a fabric inside and tighten it. That's what I usually do, but in this case, this bobbin is fixed and is firm. So I'll start under, use the thread from underneath, not on top, but underneath, wrap it from underneath all around. Then push it forward like this and turn on your sewing machine. But before you turn on your sewing machine, take out the thread from the thread take up lever. If you can sew, you do that while you're sewing and it will still fill up. But I just want to show you without sewing, so I'm showing you how it can fill up. So I'll take it out from there before spinning. Can you see how it's spinning and it fills up very quickly? So don't forget to like, subscribe. It will help the channel grow, and leave a comment if there's something you would want me to show you. See how it filled up very nicely, and now you can cut it. So in that part, if it's too tight, it will cut your thread. If it's too loose, it won't be able to fill in well. So that's where you regulate the tension for the tension disc at the side for the bobbin. And hence we are good to go. So I oiled there. You can see how it's lubricated. So if you want me to show you how to lubricate your sewing machine, you tell me. I'll add that video to this. So we take this out and I'll show you how we can put it back into our bobbin case. So now here is the bobbin already threaded. Now see how it's facing up. ensure it is facing up. Then bring your bobbin case, see this hole, see that space, facing up like this. Then you see the case, you place it, see that hole on the top at this part, so ensure it is facing upwards this way. Then place your bobbin inside the bobbin case like this and pass that thread through that space at the side and to that hole, exactly like this. Very easy. Can you see? Through that hole by the side, through the space by the side, and to the front. And you can drag the thread out easily, then you know you've gotten it right. Then you put it back in the compartment, the bobbin compartment. So I'll open this slide plate so that you can see. So I'll open the slide plate so that you can see the bobbin compartment, and then we thread it back and how it is fixed. So when you're putting the bobbin case into it, you should hear that click sound and you're good to go. Then in threading it, I want to show you how you can drag the thread from underneath. So after threading, you lift it up using your knee lift. You lift up, and then using the wheel at the side, you raise it up and down. When you raise it up, it drags the thread from underneath, and then you bring it out like this. And then raising your knee lift, you put the thread underneath the clamp, put it underneath it, and the presser foot, and we're good to go. So thanks for watching. Sew with MAWA.